Hello guys, this is Luke18 bringing with me the first episode of Series 2 of Top 10, and this time we're kicking things off with the Top 10 Sonic the Hedgehog games. All games featuring Sonic, so not including Knuckles Chaotix, and also not including lock-on games, but I'll talk more about those later in the show. So let's start things off with number 10, Sonic Unleashed. This game was released for PlayStation, Wii and Xbox back in November 2008, and this game plays like any other modern Sonic game, with the exception for the Hedgehog feature. The Hedgehog feature is nothing like we've ever seen before in a Sonic game, and almost acts like the opposite of the Sonic style. The pace is slow, you focus more on combo attacks, and for some strange reason, his arms can fucking stretch like elastic. Despite this feature bugging the hell out of fans of the original style Sonic games, it's actually a pretty good platformer game, and almost plays like the original Crash Bandicoot games. You know, until Radical Entertainment radically fucked up that series. Anyway, Sonic Unleashed is definitely not the best Sonic game of all time, but with a Metacritic score of 60, it's certainly worth a play. At number 9 we have the sequel to the awesome Sonic Rush for DS. It's Sonic Rush Adventure. Sonic Rush Adventure was released September 2007 for Nintendo DS, much like its predecessor, and although the first Sonic Rush game was good, this one definitely improves upon it. The effect of the double screen is better, and the game also features some nice 3D sections, unlike Sonic Rush. Although the gameplay is pretty much the same, Sonic Rush Adventure is definitely the better game. Maybe not for its story, but just purely for the improvements made upon the original game, along with the extensive 52-song soundtrack. The game's fast, fun, has a Metacritic score of 78, and unlike the previous game, has a Wi-Fi feature, so you can play with your friends. Rolling in at number 8 is Sonic Adventure. Released in December 1998 for Dreamcast, this was the first Sonic game to feature 3D free-roaming gameplay, and would later spark on an even greater sequel, but more on that later. As with basically every other Sonic game, the objective is to attain all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds stolen by Dr. Eggman, but in this game you're required to play as 5 other characters including Sonic. There's Tails and Knuckles from the previous games, alongside Amy Rose who first appeared in Sonic CD. Then there's E102 Gamma, one of Eggman's robots, and finally Big the Cat, a fat blue cat who enjoys to spot fishing. Each character has a different gameplay. For example, in Knuckles stages, you're required to dig up shards of the Master Emerald, while Sonic stages play like any other Sonic game. This game was also the first to feature the Chow Garden, a sort of virtual pet world where you breed these weird Smurf turnip hybrids. GameSpot gave this game a score of 90, and for good reason. The game is awesome, and I advise you to pick up a Dreamcast and this game, like, right now. Seriously, I'll wait. In at number 7 it's Sonic and Knuckles, the last of the main Sonic games for Sega Genesis, released in October 1994, and predecessor to Sonic Adventure. The gameplay is almost identical to Sonic 3, with the feature of Knuckles as a playable character. Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3 were intended to be a full game on its own, but due to time and budget, they were released as 2 separate games. Sonic and Knuckles does however feature lock-on technology. This means that when the game is used alongside the previous Sonic games, it can access the data from Sonic and Knuckles and, depending on the game, can alter it. When locked with the original Sonic the Hedgehog, a screen showing Sonic, Tails, Knuckles and Robotnik will appear and allow the user to play the Blue Sphere stage from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. When locked with Sonic 2, Knuckles becomes a playable character, but the biggest one is when the game's locked with Sonic 3. The game completely changes. The title becomes Sonic 3 Knuckles, Knuckles becomes a playable character, levels, gameplay and music are all altered, and Tails becomes a playable character for Sonic and Knuckles. The only downfall to this game is that it doesn't have the same enjoyment factor than the previous games had, and quite often seems like a chore trying to complete each level. It does however feature some interesting boss fights, such as Robotnik as usual, Knuckles, and the second Metal Sonic. I recommend picking up this game only if you plan on collecting all the original Sonic games, but just don't get your high hopes about this. At number 6 is one of the latest Sonic games, Sonic Generations, released in November 2011 for Xbox, PS3, PC and 3DS. The only question to be asked about this game is, did Sega want to reintroduce the original Sonic games, or did they finally run out of ideas for shit new Sonic games? Regardless of the answer, this game is great, definitely one of the best Sonic games in a long time. The main concept of this game is that Sonic and Tails have travelled through time only to meet the past Sonic and Tails. Together they must replay levels from past Sonic games, including fighting some memorable boss levels. As the Sonics complete each level, they get one step closer to restoring the fabric of time and rescuing many of Sonic's friends. The game also features plenty of mini-games such as doppelganger races, enemy challenges, and a cool Mega Drive system so you can play the original Sonic the Hedgehog on. If this game sounds so great, then why is it at number 1? Answer: because the classic Sonic doesn't play right. There's no problem with modern Sonic, he runs, spins, homes just the same as always, but classic Sonic, I really don't like his gameplay. He's just too damn slow. I can complete Green Hill Zone Act 1 in 28 seconds, something I'm very proud of. Hell, it's on my CV. But in Sonic Generations, it takes me just over a minute to complete Act 1. It's almost as if he's just slowed down on purpose to make modern Sonic seem faster. Hey, wait a minute. Also, he just doesn't suit looking 3D. Every time you look at him, it always looks wrong to see him that way. Sonic isn't the only thing butchered in this game. The classic levels were as well. Green Hill Zone has you killing huge mortar bugs and running away from giant fucking fish. Not to mention how biased the game is in that there are 3 classic levels and 6 modern ones. Don't let this put you off buying the game. As I said before, it's a great game. It just doesn't do the classic games justice. There are a few little Easter eggs, so I'll let you find them on your own, but it's definitely worth a pick up anyway, and it has a Metacritic score of 77. We've reached the top 5 and we have the greatest 3D Sonic game of all time, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Released in 2001 for Dreamcast, Sonic Adventure 2 plays similar to the first game, but much like Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure, the game has been vastly improved. There are 6 playable characters in this game, and they're split into hero stories and dark stories. Gameplay for the Sonic and Shadow levels are the classic get to the goal objectives, and are very similar to the original side-scrolling games. In the Tails and Eggman levels, players drive mechanical objects which fire bullets, and are also, with this exception, reach the goal levels. The Knuckles and Rouge levels play differently to the other 4, and require you to treasure hunt. For Knuckles it's shards of the Master Emerald, whilst for Rouge it's Chaos Emeralds. Metacritic scored this game 89, and with a kick-ass opening level, which was later used in Sonic Generations, you can see why. At numero 4, it's Sonic CD. I assume that I'm going to get killed in the comments for not making this at least 2nd or 3rd, but I have to respect the originals, and I hope you appreciate what I've got in store for the last 3 in this list. Sonic CD is outstanding, although many people say it's overrated. The game was released September 1993 for Sega CD, and was the first game to feature Metal Sonic, the identical replica of Sonic, but guess what? He's made of metal. The game plays the same as the previous Sonic games with the addition of the spin dash and the super peel out, but the best thing about this game is the new feature of time warping. This allows the player to hop between the past, present and future, and alter in history, much like the butterfly effect. It was an interesting take on Sonic, and because it wasn't repeated in any other Sonic game, it makes this one so special. GamePro rated this game 5 stars, and it's definitely worth buying, downloading, renting, fucking whatever it takes to play this game. The final 3, and it's Sonic 2. As I said in the past entry, I prefer the original games, and Sonic 2 is a prime example why. Released in 1992, and featuring the first ever appearance of the ever-drowning Tails, Sonic 2 was a masterpiece of gaming. Great levels, great music, great times. But the best thing about this game was the first appearance of the 3D bonus levels, where Sonic and Tails were on some kind of colourful heart pipe, collecting some rings and avoiding some bombs. The only problem I have with this game is Tails' dick moves, such as running into a bomb after you clearly avoid it, or stealing your bubble while you're trying to jump for it. Fucking Tails. If you're considering downloading this game to play as an emulator, then I recommend this hack version instead. I'll post a link in the description. It's called Sonic 2 Heroes, and plays through the Sonic 2 levels, but with the addition of swapping characters between Sonic, Tails and Knuckles, so you can explore more of the levels. It also features power-up shields such as the Flame Shield and Thunder Shield. This game ranked 61 on the top 100 games of all time, so it's definitely worth playing. Number 2 is the one that started it all, Sonic the Hedgehog for Genesis, released in 1991. Sonic was the chubby blue hedgehog with attitude. The game kickstarted a whole franchise of winning, and was one in the eye for the rivals Nintendo. The greatest thing about this game was the opening level, Green Hill Zone. It's a great remedy when there's nothing to do, just to play the first level of Sonic the Hedgehog. As soon as you hear the opening music, you suddenly find yourself as a child again. Just as great today as it was in '91, Sonic the Hedgehog has stood the test of time and is the most legendary game for Genesis. But not the best, because at number 1 it has to be Sonic 3. My childhood crammed into one cartridge released in 1994 for Genesis. Sonic 3 will forever be the greatest Sonic game to ever freaking exist. You've got Knuckles, Flame Shields, Thunder Shields, Bubble Shields, Safe Screen, Supersonic, Michael Jack, Spin Dash, Multiplayer and big fucking rings. Everything about this game makes it the greatest Sonic game in the world, and anyone who's played it knows that. Not only regarded as the best Sonic game of all time, also the greatest Genesis game of all time, and after playing it, no other game even compares to this. Sonic 3 sold 1.02 million copies for Sega Genesis, and it's too awesome for words. So that's my list of the greatest Sonic games. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe and leave a comment below what your favourite Sonic games are. I'm Luke18 and I'll be back with more top 10 episodes soon.